Come take a seat, it's Kels on the Couch, where bright minds meet and bold brands sprout. Stories unfold, the secrets commence. Strong PR, making magic make sense.
Hello world, how fab is that intro? I'm Kelsey Roman from Strong PR Marketing and Events, and I'm here with a brand new vodcast series called Kels On The Couch. I'm going to be exploring some significant insights from industry experts and strong PR personnel. Today, I am joined by none other than social media diva, the owner of Strong Gym at Melrose Arch, and one half of the delightful duo of directors at Strong PR Marketing and Events. Everybody, please give a warm welcome to Mika Stefano. Hey, Meeks, how you doing?
Give us a warm welcome.
Yeah, shame everybody in the back of the studio is just like. Meeks, I think let's just dive right in. I think you are a social media diva. We follow a lot of your travels. You go away a lot, and you're just a vibe to be around. And I think you're also going to be celebrating something very exciting today.
Yes.
Tell us more about it.
So this day is
The 3rd of June.
And the 3rd of June, 3 years ago, a random guy called Harki met another random guy called Mika. Well, we didn't meet today, but we met a few years before this. And we thought, hey, you're an event guy, you're a marketing guy. How about together you be those guys who do strong PR marketing events? And now, 3 years later, I have the honor of joining you on my couch.
Yes, it's actually his couch.
And it is Kels on the Couch, chatting about the 3rd anniversary of strong PR marketing and events.
Yeah, and I must say, I'm just going to do a little intro for myself because I think I've only been here for about 10 months. And let me just say, it has been the 10 months of a lifetime. It's the ride of a lifetime. I've done so many crazy things with you guys, under you guys, and we just do crazy stuff. I mean, how's that journey been for you? How have the last 3 years been for you?
You know, I think you kind of said something really cool. We do crazy stuff, and I like to say that a lot of the stuff that we do at strong PR marketing events always has to be fresh, always has to be cool, always has to push the envelope, do it a little bit differently because we see things differently, and that's important, just to offer something fresh, a dynamic approach. And I think together with the team here at strong PR marketing events, we like to just really make things colorful. We really like to make things a little bit different, a little bit unique, but most importantly, a little bit memorable. So that's really the impression, regardless if it's a marketing campaign, an event that we're working on. We want people to feel that it wasn't just an event, it was a whole experience, and they're going to take something away from it.
Strong PR is all about putting a stamp of individuality on whatever it is that we do, right? But before we jump into more about Strong, I want to talk a little bit about you, because you've been followed by many of the South African, you have, or let's rather say you have many South African counterparts in the media space. You've been a gossip blogger. You're an LGBTQ plus icon, at least locally. Although with your travels, maybe not.
Well, in Egypt, maybe.
And your journey from gossip blogger to LGBTQIA plus icon and advocate is both powerful and inspiring. When you look back, what moment in your career has been a standout moment for you, other than the inception of Strong PR?
Other than sitting on the couch with you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. You're so
wow,
kind.
there have been like really many different standout moments, and I think all of them, I'm going to share a little story which happened now recently. My team and I had a meeting with a potential client, and it was so interesting because this client came to the meeting without a diary, without a notebook, without an iPad. She literally
feel like
came.
I know who this
is. No, it's not part of our team. It would have been me. I also came without the notepad, but she came with this little piece of paper with a photocopied picture of Mika Stefano from 25 years ago when photocopy machines were invented.
Wow, Keo, pull that picture up on the screen now.
And on this picture, it was a campaign to vote for Mika Stefano, a little campaign that I ran at school to vote for Mika Stefano for student body, president of the student body. And on this campaign, on this little piece of paper, there were all these words which were written on it: love, dignity, equality, communication. And I was actually chatting to Hadki about this, that these words 25 years ago are words that are very important to me to this day. And I think some of those words have come through with the work that we do at Strong PR Marketing
Absolutely.
Events. Just being proud of the work that we do, being passionate about the work that we do. These are words that are on this piece of paper. So I think the fact that even though Mika has done various things throughout time, into time, decades on, the entertainment gossip column when the internet was first invented,
Hey.
did marketing for the theatre on the square in Sandton City, have my own gym, which you train at,
Or
and
try to.
I'm
I
forced
highly
to.
recommend it, though. I do highly recommend it.
And yeah, Strong PR Marketing Events. I think within all of those little businesses that I've had, or I'm involved in, or I've worked on, I think those words ring true. So I think that's a proud moment in terms of like just the fact that being authentically true to Mika Stefano, which was something that happened 20, 25 years ago, those things are still important to me, and everything that we've done and have achieved,
Yeah.
I think that's quite a proud moment.
Yeah. Was there a time in your life where you felt that your identity was a barrier? And I want to know how you pushed through that to discover that authentic self of yours.
Nope. There wasn't a
She's always been gay.
I had to throw-
Next question.
No, nope, it's always been authentic. So it was my third birthday, and we were out picking my birthday cake. It's a true story. And there were different cakes. There was a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cake. Then there was a My Little Pony cake, which was the cake I wanted. And that's when they knew. But we settled on Tommy the Train. It's
Okay.
gender neutral.
Yeah, I love
Who
Thomas
doesn't
the
like to
Tank
get
Engine.
trained?
Yeah. LinkedIn, you're gonna love this. Well, in any case, let's move on from you for a little bit.
Thank you. That's refreshing.
And let's talk about Strong PR's third birthday. Mika, you've watched Strong PR from the sidelines. You've watched it grow. You've been actually quite heavily involved in it as well, from a marketing perspective, and of course curating a culture. What does Turning 3 mean to you in the context of local South African PR companies? I mean, we're really blazing the path forward, I think.
I think I love the words blazing the path forward. I think what we're doing in terms of creating a culture of really young, energetic people who are passionate about the work that we create
Yeah.
is so important.
Yeah.
There are many different agencies where it becomes a little bit of a job, and I really do feel our company culture, we are a team, we do get along well, and we work, we collaborate well
Yeah.
on projects, which is so important. So I
Yeah.
think that regardless of the work that we're doing is fundamentally most important. And the fact that we enjoy it, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, well, all the time. And is there a moment where that you can recall where you looked at this beast that we've created and you've gone, this is we're making a big impact. We're this is a bold move. I mean, has there been a moment like that for you
I
in
think
Strong's lifetime?
I think every day coming to the office is such a rewarding experience, seeing people just flourished and truly enjoying what they're doing. So it's really, for me, and it should be, but it's not really about the work that we're doing, but the work that we're actually doing together.
Yeah.
So the fact that that is such an rewarding moment every day coming to the office and seeing our team just in a happy space, or at least I think so. But yes, that is really rewarding.
Yeah, and just bringing it back to you, you've gone from gossip blogs to radio stations, Twitter song, I think very famous, particularly in the office.
Just really in the office.
Yeah, and the three people on
Yes,
Twitter,
yes.
and Kanyan Bao.
Yes, yes.
Shame.
Good
Are we
call.
allowed to talk about it?
You may.
But in your opinion, how important is it for agencies like us at Strong PR to carve out a space for underrepresented voices in the events, the marketing, and the PR spaces, particularly locally. And with underrepresented youth, particularly in the LGBTQ plus communities. How important is it for us to set that space for them?
So coming out of Africa Month, that is something that's very, very important. When I started the entertainment gossip column, it was always about South African entertainment news. What are South African artists getting up to? Who's going to be on a new TV show? What mixtape is coming out? I was very 100% strictly 100% South African news. Then moving on to the radio station, it was the same, playing only 100% all African music. So being proudly African has been something that I've been very passionate about. And moving forward into strong PR marketing events, keeping that, being proud of being a South African, developing new South African textiles. We've got our strong event decor business, which we partnering with designers, local designers who are creating customized pieces that is fresh and authentically South African is very important. So I think being proudly South African is an important part. And then your point in terms of supporting an LGBTQ community, I don't want to think of it as an LGBT community because we're diverse and that's what is important. And I think that is something that we need to just realize, like the stairs in our office are a rainbow, and so must everyone in the office. Everyone is contributing towards reaching a new height, be whatever color, whatever shade they are. That is important. So yes, that's why we painted the stairs rainbow color.
Yeah, shame. Brandon needs to maybe just screw them in a little
Yes,
bit.
a little touch up. I think that's me.
Yeah, no, they did see a slip a day post, but I think your personal brand, I mean, it's always been unapologetically authentic. It's always been very Mika Stefano. What advice would you give to someone who's afraid to show up as their full self in their career, in business, well, and in life? I mean, I know for a fact, I can speak from experience. Being me has always been very difficult, and I will give thanks to Strong because I've been able to feel a little bit more gay. I've been able to feel a little bit more welcome as Kelsey. And so, what advice would you give to someone who is afraid and who is, afraid to step into the role of being authentically them?
I think in 2025, we're so bombarded with pre-created ChatGPT responses that sense of being authentic, that sense of being true is slowly taking a backseat. People are so at the forefront of perfection and that automated reply that ChatGPT has created for you or whatever, that we've lost touch of being relatable.
Yeah.
And I think regardless of whatever field you are, people are searching, they're craving, they have that desire of relating to someone on several different levels. So being authentically true, being who you are, and wearing it with pride, people will relate to you, and some people won't relate to you. And I think that's important, though, when you are putting yourself out there, to be comfortable with the fact that not everyone is going to like you, and I'm chatting about now, like dealing with rejection. You're not going to get every gig you pitch for. You're not going to get every event that we campaign for. So it's about dealing with it and dealing with it in a mature way of saying, okay, how can we move forward and move forward to see how we can work together. So what was your question?
My question was just about building building a brand. Oh, actually, it wasn't.
Well-
I have to go back to my notes, everybody. Sorry, first episode, pilot episode. Your personal brand has always been unapologetically authentic. What advice would you give to someone afraid to show up as their full self in their career or their business?
So yes, I think exactly that. Just be you, be proud of who you are, and I think like an onion, peel back layer by layer as you feel comfortable. I would hate to, and many people can't be in the situation where they can be 100% authentically themselves, but peeling off layer by layer, showing your true colors. I don't want to say becoming yourself, but showing your true colors, showing who you are, showing your full capabilities. It shouldn't be a process that you rush. It should be a process that happens naturally, and that you feel comfortable, and you shouldn't feel like, oh no, I'm forced to be authentic, so now I must wear Spice Girl shoes or I must wear pigtails, whatever. But it will come naturally, and just do it at your own pace, but be authentically you the whole time.
And be unapologetically you, right?
Well, if you can, like sometimes you may not be able to be in a situation where you can be 100% authentic in your workspace, but then maybe find an outlet where maybe you've got a hobby, you do derby over the weekend, where you can be authentically you and you can be who you are, and then in the office you are someone else. What am I even saying?
You're doing great.
I'm like, don't be authentic.
But be
Don't
authentic.
But be authentic. Be authentic.
I think, and that's the bottom line, and that shines through. I think in you and in your journey, and of course your personal brand, which I also want to talk a little bit more about, because how do you draw a line between privacy and authenticity? Because one moment you're jet setting off to some amazing place, and then you straight back in the office, it's straight down to work, and you're just grinding. I mean, how do you draw that line? How do you find that balance? How do you strike a balance?
I think it's quite challenging, really, to be honest with you. I think one would strive for just maybe, and I've spoken about the idea of having time blocks and working with time blocks and knowing, okay, from this time to this time, I'm focused at the gym, or from this time at the theater on the square,
Yeah.
or this time I'm working on a proposal that we're pitching for. So that definitely does help in terms of having a little bit of fine lines in terms of what happens when, and how to differentiate between personal life and then business. I think at the end of the day, though, uh, because I like to think the business is an extension of me, it will always be a part of my thoughts. So, sure, I may be on a camel in the middle of Cairo, but I'm still thinking about something that we may be working on, or finding inspiration of, oh, let's do something like that or like this. So, yes.
Yeah. And I suppose it's important to always have fun, right? It's always in everything you do, find the good stuff in all of your tasks. And I want to talk about having fun, because you've always brought a sense of fun and flair, to the office space and to the work that we do, from Rubik's Cubes to cityscapes in Sanson Convention Center. Um, why do you think joy is such an underrated, or do you think joy is an underrated business strategy?
So I think, like I said earlier, like that authenticity, people are craving a human connection. They're craving something that they can relate to. They're craving little moments of break from their routine. So I think pushing the idea of just having fun is really important. But not even that. That sounds quite fake. I think actually having fun every now and then, stopping and realizing, shit, I've really got an awesome team who are doing amazing stuff, and I should be so grateful of this really amazing team who are flourishing. Maybe one particular moment they may not be flourishing at work, but they're flourishing at a personal thing that they've overcome, or so just having that stop, pause, reflect, have a look at what's happening around you. And I think that's so important. Also, whatever field you're in, just be like, this is something that maybe I've worked for, this is something that I've strived for, I've put in the hours. Every now and then, don't just see the finish line, or don't continue running after something without saying, oh, the journey is actually pretty cool too. Or, oh, wow, we may not be at the top of the mountain, but we are so much further than where we started 3 years ago.
Yeah. And I'm a very big believer of the saying that the journey is half the fun. And speaking of your journey, what's one career moment that you'll never forget?
Wow, there's many career moments.
Is it a Twitter song?
No, that was a highlight. Low light too. You saw the video.
Yeah, we
Yeah, forced to. Wow, career highlight moments. I think every aspect of it, I think I like to look at it as a glass half full. So everything has been a learning experience. Everything has been something that has helped propel a next step in the journey that I'm on. So I think I couldn't single out one particular career highlight, but like I said, maybe the fact that it has been such a beautiful journey so far as a career highlight.
Yeah. And of course, watching you grow, and we're growing with you, and we're excited to grow with you.
There's a quote that I really like, something along the lines of, "When we rise, we lift others, and we rise together." And I think that's so important, that I would love to be around a team of people who are rising, and we're all rising together at the same time, as opposed to someone championing it and the rest it's like a job, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to be around a team of thought leaders, people who are influential in their own right, and making waves in their own right. I think that really makes me quite happy seeing Kels on the couch.
What more can I say?
Hey,
Hey, LinkedIn.
interview done.
Yeah, send us those inquiries now. We've got some briefs to do. And then just to sort of wrap it up, what message do you hope that your visibility sends to the next generation of queer creatives, South African creatives, and entrepreneurs? Because you have been a trendsetter and you are making waves and you're making it quite visible. You're making it known to the world.
Sweet.
Well, it's the truth, you know. I mean, and I am kind of proud to say this. But
he is. Not
but
well,
what
though.
message do you hope your visibility sends out to the next generation of creatives?
I think to anyone who has got this far in our interview, I hope that they feel inspired to be authentically them. I feel like I would like people to feel encouraged to be themselves, to be motivated to bring them to the table. I would never want. I say this to my trainers at the studio. I wouldn't want someone teaching a class like one particular trainer, because I want them to bring them to the studio, not whoever it is I'm speaking about. So I think to be able to feel encouraged to always bring you to the table. Like I said earlier, you may not be able to bring all of you at once, but to always feel like you can be 100% you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks, Meeks. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
jumping in. Everybody, Strong PR Marketing and Events followers, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else in between. This has been Kels on the Couch. If you want to go give Mika a follow, it's at Mika Stefano on Instagram and Facebook. And on LinkedIn, we are around. We are here to do business with you. If you have an event or a marketing campaign that you'd like to put out into the universe, we are your guys. I'm Kelsey Roman. This has been the first inaugural episode of Kels on the Couch, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a beautiful day, people. Bye.
Strong PR, making magic make sense.